Hey, what's up? So this one is dead simple. It is about how to de-escalate a situation, specifically when you're dealing with somebody who is flying off the handle, who's lashing out, who's freaking out about something, somebody who's unloading on somebody else. So I had an experience with this recently. It was at a family type dinner, and somebody had a couple of drinks, and before you knew it, they started just unloading on somebody else, telling them all of their reasons how they were upset and all this kind of stuff, right? And it became a real issue because it's like most people don't know how to handle that kind of a situation, how to how to de-escalate the situation. And so it was most people just left the room because it's challenging and nobody knows what to do. But so what ended up happening was I stepped in and I did what I could, right? But so what I did was I said, hey, now, or what did I say? Something along the lines of just, you need to stop. This has been going on. You've been just going on and on and on. You need to stop. You need to slow down. You need to calm down and all this kind of stuff. And it helped a little bit, right? Talking to somebody nicely and whatnot, and trying to just calm things down a little bit. But in retrospect, when I came back, or when I thought about it over the next few days, I realized that was not the best way to handle the situation, because nobody likes being told what to do. Nobody likes being controlled. I personally don't even like it when somebody suggests that I do something other than what I'm doing. I just don't appreciate it. So especially if somebody is in an elevated state, so if they're intoxicated or if they are upset about something, they're not, they're not going to just calm down because you tell them to. There's a saying, it is never in the history of calm did anybody ever calm down after being asked or told to calm down. That's just sort of contrary to the point. It's like they're going through something and it's coming out whether you like it or not. And so what I came to realize, that the best way to actually handle a situation like this is to essentially validate what they're going through and what they're saying, rather than to invalidate it by saying something like, oh, you need to calm down, or trying to tell them what to do, trying to control them, trying to be like, oh, well, whatever, any kind of rationale. If the way that if I had to approach the same situation again, it would be a lot more along the lines of I would say this to the person. I would say, you have a right to be upset. You have a right to be heard. You have a right to let somebody know when you're hurting or when you feel that you haven't been treated fairly. And we also have a right to, as in this family setting, to enjoy this time together. So it's it's not exactly appropriate to essentially make this moment all about yourself, because that's what you're doing when you're creating a big scene. And you're making everything all about yourself. And it's you just have, and so then by that rationale or reasoning, you haven't discounted the person's experience. You haven't you're not telling them what to do, for one. You're not trying to sweep it under the rug or make it out like it doesn't matter. You're not you're acknowledging that this person has something that's going on that's challenging for them, while at the same time helping them to acknowledge that they're making the environment, or they're making, because when you're having a family gathering or something, it's not all about one person, it's about everybody. It's a gathering, and so to not make it all about themselves, and to just recognize that there's a time and a place for that kind of a thing, and it's probably not when you're drunk. It's not the best time to talk about things. It's better to do it like when you're in a calm place, and probably not in front of everybody else, because that kind of stuff is private, and it's things that you can work out with somebody else. And so and there's just a better way. There's a better way than to fly off the handle and whatnot. And so if you can find a way to communicate some of these ideas to a person as they're going through that, I get the impression that it would have you would have a far better response from the person that you are essentially looking to, I don't know if the word is pacify, it's not the one that I'm looking for, but for what it's worth, appease or pacify or calm down, for what it's worth, to kind of give them some solace, something that can just be like, okay, yeah, I recognize, okay, fine, we'll talk about this later, and whatnot, and so, I just thought that was, it was a good thing that I experienced. It was something that I wanted to share, so I hope, it could be helpful to somebody, because everybody that I conveyed this whole story to, they thought it was really nice, so I'm happy to share here.